episode of the Café Noir. Now, I've had a couple of beers, but, decided at this point we're going to the cafe. We're going to take a break. So this is how I'm going to have my cup of tea. We're going to start by adding just a little bit of tea down at the bottom. Only about 2 fingers deep. Not much, just enough, but you want it nice and hot. Because that's going to take our corn syrup and it's going to melt it. So, we're going to take our corn syrup and we're going to do just like that. A little bit. Now, you'll notice I've actually got out a couple different extracts. So, we have a choice this evening. We've got pure vanilla, which apparently I decided to throw on the floor, so we're not going to have the pure vanilla. But then, you've got banana and strawberry. And I'm thinking, let's do a combination of the two. Let's do a strawberry banana tea flavor. Now, these extracts are very potent. You don't need very much. So we're just going to take a couple of squirts, just like so, of the strawberry. And we're going to take the banana and do the exact same thing. Oh, that already has a great smell to it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to fill that cup up halfway. Now, oh man, that has such a smell to it. I wish you guys were here. It really feels like the scent has taken over the room. Now, we're going to take we're going to stir that mixture up. Now, to finish it off, to make it cool enough to get a good drink, we're just going to add a little bit of tap water right on top. Oh, damn. That right there is our tea for the evening. Now, when we come back from this commercial break, we're going to show you guys how to make a specially stuffed jalapeno pepper, complete with some sausage and some pineapple. And we're going to fill it back in to get that nice feel with some cheddar cheese. So we'll see you guys right here after this break from people who are not our sponsor and have nothing to do with the show.
Have you ever thought about the frustrations that handicapped people go through every day of their lives? Just doing little things that most of us take for granted, like getting through a revolving door that doesn't slow down for someone who must move slowly, or going through the trouble of getting a postal money order. And how about lunch at that fancy new restaurant with a great view? You know, the one at the top of the steep stairway? Not to mention all those times that an able-bodied driver sneaks into the spot reserved for the handicapped. crossing a busy intersection during rush hour isn't all that simple either. I'm Chad Colley, National Commander of the Disabled American Veterans, and helping our handicapped friends has been a way of life for the DAV for more than 60 years. To find out how you can help make life barrier-free for the more than 12 million handicapped Americans, write the DAV, 807 Main Avenue Southwest, Washington, D.C., 20024.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Charles.
There are 35 million people with disabilities in America today. Do you know what we want out of life? Well, the same things you do. To participate, to use our abilities to the fullest. That means being able to get in and out of places you want to go if you use a wheelchair, having signs in Braille, getting extra learning help to do the job you want to do. It means being included. And because this is the decade of disabled persons, the National Organization on Disability urges us all to lend a hand right in our own communities. All you have to do is pick up your phone and dial this number.
1-800-248-ABLE.
Let's put our abilities to work so that all America and Americans gain. Do it now. I thank you.
The next time you visit your favorite haunt, why not apply for the American Express card?
We'll have all the news, weather, and sports tonight on News Center 4 Update at 11 o'clock. Join us.
You know AT&T goes everywhere Sprint goes. Call Sprint. Find out about it.
Two new exceptional Japanese imports, Sprint and Spectrum, are now appearing in over 5,000 showrooms. Chevrolet showrooms.
Looking for Hunter Thompson? Hi, I'm Will Hurst. Hello. Well, I'm the new publisher of the San Francisco Examiner.
Hey, I love you.
Well, I was hoping you'd want to write something for us.
Why not? We will chase them like rats across the tundra.
The next generation at the San Francisco Examiner.
Now kids fly free, stay free, and play free on AirCal's Happy Kids Tour. Kids will get free admission to Knott's Berry Farm, Universal Studios, and Disneyland, and stay at the Disneyland area's finest hotels. Just take AirCal's Happy Kids Tour, and kids 2 to 11 fly free, stay free, and play free. AirCal's Happy Kids Tour. Call AirCal Single Call Service 1-800-4AirCal. We make flying easy.
Now, tonight, what I have planned is something a little bit different, but you may still like it nonetheless. So, we're going to take our jalapenos, and what we're going to do, say like this one, right? We're going to take the topper, we're going to cut that and set it aside. Now, we're going to take and we're going to come inside each of the peppers, cutting the connection and, in essence, hollowing out. Now, this will take a little bit of an effort, and it will take some time. I don't want to lie to you guys. This can be a little bit of a project if you're unpracticed. So, there you go. Now, it's sort of a pocket. We're going to twist the blade, and now we see where that cut went, where it opened, and we're just going to slice down, creating a pocket. We're going to take each one of these and we're going to set them in our tray and put them aside. Now, a lot of people I've been hearing, and I do, like, I'll admit it, I'm one of those, I get my news and I get my info basically off of YouTube. I don't really watch Fox, CNN, none of that. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I really, like, I want to point this out because it's something, it's under my skin, right? Like, put it this way. This is how it feels. This stuff, this new trends, and I mean, to me, the 4B movement, I found to be rather funny, simply for no other reason than you have a bunch of white women that you wouldn't want to fuck in the first place saying they don't want to have sex with you. And on top of it, they lecture us about Halloween and cultural appropriation, but yet none of them can see the cultural appropriation when they don't even understand what the 4B movement is. None of them can even tell you what the 4Bs are. So we can call it the no movement. But shaving your head. Come here. Let me.
Don't you dare shave your head.
I don't know, where should I go? Where should I start? Right here, Pam? Right here?
I said don't do it.
I mean, let's be real here, okay? Shaving your head. Swearing off men. Swearing off dating. Swearing that you're gonna troll men on dating sites. Do any of you actually believe that this is going to help your cause? Please help me understand. I need to understand this, or your little rings of poison and your little videos. So, like, and the police do nothing about these videos. Open threats. But, yeah, parents showing up at school board meetings saying we don't want our kids learning how to suck dick. This is somehow a terrorist. But you opening up rings and glorifying a murderess who was responsible for the death of over 600 men, that's somehow okay. Yeah, somebody explain this to me, please. I mean, you're supposed to be the party of, I should say we, except that you kicked me out. We're the party of love. We're the party of acceptance. We're the party saying the rich people are fucking us and we're letting them fuck us. We need to stop. It's not how you look. It's not what you got between your legs. It's you. What is your character? What is your... And somehow, it's like our party is focusing on the very things that we spent the 1960s, 70s, and yes, even the 80s to fight against. And yes, I'm gonna smack my hands because I'm making fun of fucking liberals who have to do this because they think that this makes them so much more indignant. I can't help myself. I gotta make fun of these videos. I mean, you people are insane. You're insane. Like, you are the reason that we need to reopen all the hospitals that were closed down. Like, you people need help. I'm sorry, you need help. The elections don't always go your way. But if that election, it's not all your fault. The lies in the media, the propaganda, the hate, I mean, these are the people that George Orwell warned us against. Okay, perfect example, okay? Check this out. Now, we hollowed this out. This is what the new wave wants to do to the old. They want to pluck it and throw it away. Not set it aside gently. Not let it have its grace. Just, no, fuck you, fuck you. Hollow it out. Now on the surface, it's a jalapeno. Just took out the seeds, you took out the inside, you took out all of the flavor. Everything that made that jalapeno a jalapeno, and I just cut it out and threw it on the fucking floor. That's what they're doing to America. On the surface, it's still America. On the surface, it's still the UK, Great Britain, Australia. But little by little, right at the very top, they're hollowing out our governments, our jurisdictions, and throwing the rest away. That pepper's been sitting too long. It's been allowed to fester. That's going to be a hot motherfucker. I'm going to cook that one up too. We're going to fill it too. That one. Like, it's just been sitting too long. It's been allowed to fester. It's changing color. And it's going to be one of the hotter peppers out of the group. Now, you could say that's bad. You could say that's good. The one thing about America, you're allowed to say, I don't like this or I do like this. Try that in Vietnam. Try that in China. Try that in North Korea, South Korea. Try that in Russia. Try that, I'm going to say, even try that in the UK or Berlin. On the surface, things may look like what they are. But when you change what's inside, you have now changed what it is that you jalapeno pepper. No cuts, no filters. In fact, actually a very beautiful pepper, mind you. I love this. This is a beautiful jalapeno pepper. That's what I'm talking about. When you hollow out a country, when you take the seeds of a country, hollow it out, and then throw it away, you lose the essence of what you had. Now it could be refilled, and with the right thought process and the right movement forward, it could be refilled and even be better than the original. But with man, with the way we act, with the way we are, with what progressive ideologies are being pushed, we might as well take that, fill it with raw suet, a little bit of cheese, and then throw in a fucking little bit of tofu and tell everybody it's turkey dinner.
I didn't believe you, Jim.
commercial break, and we'll see you guys right here after this. Damn, that was good. Fuck yeah, that was good.
It was.
Once we get back, we're going to make sure to fill these. We'll show you the rest. We'll see you in a minute.
Heath introduces a new soft and crunchy candy bar. It's soft.
It's crunchy.
Toffee tidbits covered with real milk chocolate. It's Heath's new soft and crunchy.
For a midday snack, you can't beat a Heath.
Heath's new soft and crunchy.
You can't beat a Heath.
I love the great taste of Heath, America's original toffee bar.
Rich English toffee covered with real milk chocolate.
For a quick pick-me-up, you can't beat a Heath.
America's original toffee bar.
You can't beat a Heath.
If you hate lines at the airport, skip them with advanced check-in from TWA.
Imagine just for a moment the future, a world where everything works.
Oh, please.
So perfect, even an inexpensive frozen entree could be prepared with astonishing skill.
How inexpensive?
Around $1.79. Introducing the Budget Gourmet, 12 expertly prepared new entrees, sirloin tips with country vegetables, linguine with bay shrimp and clams marinara, and more. New Budget Gourmet.
I have tasted the future. It's around $1.79.
Do you know me? This may seem puzzling, but you know me by sight and by sound. You know my TVs, my stereos. But to be really wired in, I carry the American Express card. As a chairman of Sony, I expect great reception.
To apply for the card, look for an application and take one.
The American Express card, don't leave home without it.
Next on News Center 4 Update, the voyage of terror continues in the Mediterranean. While some passengers wait on shore, there are conflicting reports about the fate of those still on board. Also, here in the Bay Area, don't plan on heading to the Coliseum to watch the Giants next season.
East Bay police are looking for suspects in a string of drive-by shootings. Striking Oakland Symphony members make their music on the streets, plus Mayor Feinstein gets into the movie business. All the news straight ahead tonight on Update at 11.
What do you know about cranberries?
I like Ocean Spray's new taste.
What do you know about cran apples?
More fresh fruit flavor than ever.
Good for you, tastes so good too. Cran apple.
The unique cranberry has essential things your body needs. So does Cran Apple, the better-than-ever cranberry apple drink.
Better tasted fresh fruit flavor.
Ocean Spray now!
Now with fresh fruit flavor.
It's good for you, America. From Ocean Spray.
Hey, round table.
The Lago Brothers.
You've been saying your pizza's better than ours.
At Round Table, we don't use canned pizza sauce. This arm is strong from mixing fresh sauce. At Round Table, we don't use frozen dough. And this hand is strong from kneading fresh dough. At Round Table Pizza, we don't use frozen cheese.
If he ate your lousy pizza, he'd have a strong stomach, too.
Round Table, one of the last honest pizzas.
Adventures of Ron Greenspan, Volkswagen Subaru.
I can't afford a new car. Save me, Ron Greenspan.
With my low prices and great selection, I'll save you.
Now, for a limited time, save more than ever during our spectacular end-of-the-year sale. All prices drastically cut, the lowest prices in our history. Ron Greenspan, Van Ness Avenue, San Francisco.
Welcome back. Now, we've got our peppers cut and hollowed out. We've got our cheese. But you know, there's a couple things missing, and we're going to pull those out too, because they are just as important. You see, like any function in life, one thing may work well, but two things taste even better. Three things, now that is a delicacy. When you add everything together, it all seems to work out. But everything you use has to have some kind of relative meaning. Now, for instance, we've got spice with the jalapeno pepper. We've got taste with our sausage. And to add a little bit of island flavor, we've got fresh pineapple. Cut from the actual apple, no canned shit. And for our final touch, we've got our cheddar cheese. So, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to put this together in just the right way. And, you know, it's funny because I've always believed that the way to anybody's soul is through their stomach. Now, the best way to get to somebody's gullet is to entice their taste buds, to give them a flavor that they won't soon forget, so that long after you're gone, that flavor that nobody can match is right there. Well, I'm going to share with you a secret, and this is a flavor that long after we're gone, people will enjoy. So check this out. You'll take a look this way. Down here, we've got our entire surface opened up. We're going to start by taking our sausage, and we're going to slice that down. Very, very thin. Now, the thinner, the better. Oh, yeah. Just like that. Now, what we want to do is we're going to take and we're just going to cut that in half. Let's measure it with our jalapeno. Alright. Actually, we're going to go to our longest point. We're going to go just below, pushing it down just a little bit. Now, one side will get a cut like this. The other side, the top side, you'll get a cut like this. That right there is actually enough to cover all of our jalapenos. But if you guys know me, if you remember Killer Kitchen, I'm not good enough just doing good enough. I've got to overgo it. I've got to overdo it. Because excess just happens to be my MO in our monster cooking. But with this second patty, instead of cutting it just exact, we're going to be dicing it down into tiny bite-sized squares that you might find in some of your fast food meals or your microwave dishes that you bring home and spend exorbitant amounts of money for nothing, basically. Now, that really tastes better warmed up. Anyway, what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do, is we're going to take, now that we've got this shredded down and separated, we're going to take our pineapple. And we're going to take just the edge of our knife. Hoping you guys can make that out. Those jagged edges. And what we're going to do is slowly just shave it down. Now this can be a tedious task, but when done correctly, you will get the perfect filling into your jalapeno bite. God damn it. Alright, god damn it. This motherfucker does not. Alright. Like that. And, you know, in fact, actually, I'm one, when I'm cooking. Wait. When I'm cooking, I tend to get a little bit lost in thought, and I tend to get sort of sidetracked, okay? And I'll tell you the thing is, shredding the pineapple down, trying to do it, especially with just a knife and just skill, I've noticed shredding a pineapple down to stuff a jalapeno is a lot like marriage. And now hear me out. Hear me out. You first get married and you got that jalapeno and she's all yours. She's full of it all and she's got those seeds and she's like the perfect pepper. Everything you'd ever want. But then you get married, you've had kids, and those seeds have finally kind of spilt out. And you know, where a lot of people, they don't know how to fix it because they don't have the patience to shred down what's inside. You see, with a marriage, that marriage is that jalapeno. That's that love. That's that perfect, you guys dig each other. Once it's been hollowed out, you've had kids, you've got your family, life is stressing, everything's working. Eventually, it's just empty. But what you fill it with can mean all the difference. And so, for me, all right, the first thing I think of with my wife is the sweetness. That tenderness when she touches me, when she kisses me, at night when she kind of pulls close. She's that pineapple. But to shred it down, to get it into just the right amount, that's the patience. We get on each other's nerves, we bug on each other. But we tear down stuff a little at a time, and eventually, once it's been shredded down on both sides, we come to a place where we're both genuinely happy. And that is the whole, the meat that holds us together. And now, you might be asking me, okay, well, what does the cheese mean? Well, we're going to cut this open, and we're going to put this cheese into here. And when you find out, when it comes out, I'll tell you what the cheese means and how it compares to what I'm talking about. Because cheese, like any final layer to any relationship, The cheese is what really matters. But it's something I can't talk about. I can only show you. So we're going to pack this with some cheese. We're going to go to another commercial break really quick. And when we return, I'll show you the meaning of the cheese into our jalapeno. Now I hope you guys can see that, because that really does look good with that meat and that pineapple just kind of shoved down in. And we're going to top that off and blend it in with our cheese. We'll see you right here after this.
The beef goes on. McDonald's beef goes on. Your big beef, pure beef, hot and lean. Oh, the beef goes on. You're 100% pure beef machine. Oh yeah, the beef goes on. From Big Mac to quarter pounder, lean and hot. Your big beef taste just won't stop. It's a good time for the great taste. Oh, McDonald's, the beef goes on.
This Honda Civic has been held up as the best value in a four-door import. But now there's the 86 Colt DL. Same size engine, same front-wheel drive, same room for 5, but they're not the same. The Colt is less expensive by $870, flat. Colt, imported for Dodge and Plymouth, built by Mitsubishi in Japan. Colt, it's all the Japanese you need to know.
Shh, be very, very quiet. What's up, Doc? I'm hunting for the sharpest VCR picture. Then what are you doing over there? Sony Super Beta has a picture like real life. 20% sharper than the one that beat VHS. Pesky rabbit. And only Sony has this super special effects wheel. I'll give you a special effect, rabbit. Oh, sorry, Doc. Super Beta is sharper. Sony, the one and only.
Now, a world of magic is in your hands.
Hey, stop! Dragon breath!
Panasonic presents Omnimovie, a camera and video recorder in one. Capture magic moments forever.
Get a close-up, Joe.
Yeah. Omnimovie uses full-size VHS tapes, plays Hollywood movies or your own.
Here's right, Santa.
Don't miss a single Omnimovie magic moment from Panasonic, just slightly ahead of our time.
I cut my teeth on quality rock and roll, too. That makes me a foghead.
Morning, I am here with Classic Rock. I'm K-Fog.
This is Scoop, and if you don't like the news, go out and make some of your own.
Here's your host for 10 at 10, Dave Morey.
The psychedelic supper.
Bonnie Simmons at the Supper House on K-Fog.
You have a remarkable mouth.
K-Fog's a remarkable radio station.
Away.
A seed, yet unborn, touched by nature's magic wand, becomes nourishment. My walk, a valley, ice and tastes cascading down. Luscious steam rises. Deep brown soy splashing. A symphony of flavors plays the cook's love song. La Joy, nutrition, taste, simplicity. Tonight, we're Beatrice.
Now, while those are in the oven, we've got them at 250 and we're going to air fry them for about 25 minutes, give or take. Now, in the meantime, we've taken some bacon here, and you can see, and that leftover pineapple, we've put that here into our pan, and what we're going to do is we're going to season this bacon up in just the right way, and I'm going to show you guys how to make the ultimate BLT sandwich. Now we've got, 2, 4, 6, 7 pieces of bacon. So this is enough for one sandwich. But no worries. We have another 7 pieces for a sandwich that's just plain without the extra. But I'm going to show you guys how to do this just right, where you'll get all the sweetness, all the flavor, and it'll go through everything no matter how you cook it. And for those who don't want the extra flavor but still want a little bit of kick, this is the perfect remedy to that. So now we've dumped our pineapple juice and our pineapple all over our bacon. We're going to take just some regular maple syrup, you know, Aunt Jemima shit, and gently right over the top of our bacon, our pineapple, everything. A real nice little layer, just like so. Now, we're going to take just a little bit of cinnamon sugar. And we're going to add that lightly to the top. Just about like so. Want a nice even layer, real light. You don't want a lot. You're just flavoring. You're not trying to completely overdo. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our burner and we're going to quick it over. And we're going to get it on a medium high. And we're going to let this kind of simmer in place just like so. Now, with our leftover bacon, what we're going to do is, because Pam doesn't like all this flavor, she doesn't like all the sweet. So what I'm going to do is, once this is done cooking, I'm just going to lay a brand new layer of the fresh bacon right in place, simmer it in. That way she still gets to get the flavor that we're getting, but it won't be as sweet, nor will it be as potent as what we're doing here. Gotta love this trailer park. We are the home of the fucking cats. You know, one thing, even though we're not drinking, here in the Café Noir, there is no rules that say you can't have a nice little spot here and there of this. So, I got my pen, I got this cooking up, and I think it's a good time to take a little smoke break. What do you say? We'll see you in just a second, right here in our Café Noir, the Hideaway. So here's a good look at what we got frying. We got it going. We're going to brown it nice and tight on both sides. And you guys can see that we got a nice makeup going. Now, we got this cooking pretty well. And, you know, as this is going, and the sweet smell, the syrup and the honey and the pineapple and all that gets into the air, one thing I can't help but think of is pancakes. And if you guys would like to see us do a homemade pancake recipe, you know, no box shit, no fucking garbage from the store, no Bisquick, I mean an actual pancake recipe, leave us a letter down below, like here in the comments, and we'll see what we can't do, because that does sound like it might be a fun episode. Maybe we'll even do a morning breakfast episode that way. I gotta be honest, like, because when I did the syrup initially, I wasn't even thinking breakfast. I was thinking I just want to give the bacon a little bit of a different taste into the sandwich, mixed with the lettuce, and then you got the tomato, and we're gonna put some on the tomato itself. We're gonna add some honey mustard. We're gonna add a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, just a dash. And I mean, we got a really good sandwich made up here, ready to go. But I thought everybody just makes up bacon. Let's give this a different bacon flavor. Let's give this a real, like, down-home country flavor. Oh yeah, that is looking good. Now, because we're cooking this on a medium heat, it is going to take a little bit longer, but you're going to get a better job, because instead of it just bubbling up and burning on the edges, you're going to get a real thorough, like, it's going to get cooked, and it's going to get cooked right. Because even the pre-cooked bacon, they say it's pre-cooked, but it's better to heat it up again before using it. It's just healthier. See, something about like that. The end result, you want to get something like that in there. Now, we've chewed up a bunch of time here, and unfortunately, we're running short on time left. But I think we have just enough time for another message from somebody else who's not my sponsor. Anyway, if you guys are any like companies out there of these old commercials, if you're looking for somebody to be your new sponsor, Vincent Victorian is available for hire.
People are tough on their bathrooms, so they need something to clean them that's even tougher. That's why Heavy-Duty Tough Act was invented. Tough Act cleans soap scum better than any other bathroom cleaner. And it scours without scratching. So although I'm abrasive, Tough Act isn't. Try Tough Act, because no bathroom cleaner works better on soap scum than this.
Tough Act. It's a tough act to follow.
Even tougher than me.
There's a new dance called the pizza maker. Rolling out the dough like the round table baker. Come on, everybody, throw out your can. Mixing fresh sauce like the round table man. Don't need to fake it, don't need to freeze. Come on, everybody, we're grating fresh cheese.
Sea breeze cleans so deep you'll feel it.
Beautiful skin can be a breeze with sea breeze.
Deep clean, so clean it tingles.
Beautiful skin can be a breeze with sea breeze.
No other clean feels quite like this. From the people who brought you Le Menu dinners, something a little different. Elegant. Delicious. Prepared in the inimitable Le Menu style. New Le Menu entrees. Elegant dishes that make a lunch, brunch, or any meal memorable, like Oriental-style chicken. New Le Menu entrees. Lavish in taste without being lavish in size.
I don't know what I like best about Gorton's crunchy fish sticks and fillets. What goes into them, or what doesn't? What goes into them is lots of mild, flaky white fish with a delicious crunch.
That's what I like, Mom.
What doesn't go into them is any preservatives. Absolutely none.
Mom, can I have seconds?
With Gorton's, I really feel good about what they're eating and what they aren't.
Gorton's crunchy fish sticks and fillets. Absolutely no preservatives. And Mom, no leftovers.
Trust the Gorton's fishermen.
When it comes to cleaning the bathroom,
let us do your dirty work.
So you can make a clean getaway. Now bathroom cleaner with scrubbing bubbles.
Let us do your dirty work. Oh, you ain't got this thing if you ain't got that thing.
Oh, you ain't got a thing if you ain't got that cling.
Handy Wrap 2 with Cling Plus has twice as much cling as old Handy Wrap, so it seals in freshness and flavor longer.
Wrap.
on a plate right here, just like so. Now what I like to do is I'm going to put the toast on in there. Now this has been heated up, so I'm going to have to watch it closer. Normally, I keep this on setting 2, all right? And I let it run through a full cycle, and I flip it upside down, and I flip it around. And I cook it another, I count to say 50. And once I get to 50, I hit the cancel button. That's what you guys seem to walk in on here right now. Again, we've pre-chopped our lettuce. We got the fast food chop. We got our tomatoes sliced nice and even, ready to go. And I gotta tell you, Norman Bates, you know of any weapon out there? Norman Bates and Jason Voorhees made this one of the best. And here in the kitchen, well, I can see why Norman Bates uses this whenever he's got to cut a sandwich. Alright, now you see it's still white, but it's got that toast feel. So what we're going to do, flip it around to the other side and upside down. Again, flip it around, flip it to the other side, upside down. And we're going to count to 50. Now, in the meantime, we've also got 2 choices of toppings here. So, we've got our honey mustard, and I've also got my Miracle Whip. And I don't care what anybody says, we're going to save the argument. I like Miracle Whip. Most people like mayo. That's cool. What you like is what you like, but Miracle Whip is the best thing to put on a hamburger, a hot dog, or a sandwich, in my opinion. I love Miracle Whip. It is a miracle. And there you go. That is our bread. So, now, this is Pam's plate. And what I'm going to do is with hers, we're going to take and we're going to add some honey mustard right to that bottom piece of bread.
You guys listen together.
Go. Now what I want to do is I want to be careful about how we do this one. I'm gonna do like a little 80s kind of S sort of, you know, one of those weird things you used to find back in the 80s on wallpaper. Now, with just a simple table knife, we're going to take and we're going to smooth that down and get a nice, even but thin layer across our toast. Now, the reason you want to go so thin here is because you got to complete your sandwich. And we're going to be using just a touch more as we complete each layer, almost like in construction, using that layer like concrete to hold our sandwich together. So, first thing we gotta do is we gotta get our foundation. Now, for our foundation, we're gonna take our tomato and we're gonna put 2 slices right here. Well, you guys all know the way she likes her sandwich. Now we're going to take salt and pepper and do a light sprinkle right across the top. this mustard right here. And we're going to smooth that across the top. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some lettuce real lightly on the bottom. And then add our bacon. Now, a lot of you guys are probably thinking, well, why do you want to do the bacon on top? Well, because we're not finished yet. Now we're going to put 3 pieces of bacon here. And we're going to add some more of our mustard.
No more mustard.
One more bit of bacon on top of that. That, my friends, is the ultimate BLT. And with that, we have our jalapenos. So for those of you curious, this is how they turned out. Breaking into fucking Fort Knox here. What the fuck? Okay, this may take a second here. I definitely sealed them up. Oh, okay, there we go. This is Cam Pam's plate, which I'm going to set aside. Now, Pam, you'll just hold still for a sec. Let me get around. There we go. Now, the way I do mine is just a bit different. I personally don't do the whole mustard thing unless it's like something like tuna. Speaking of tuna, you guys are going to have to tell me in the comments if you're interested in checking out what I'd like to call my seaweed twisted tuna. You may like it, but for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Miracle Whip and I'm going to do a layer on top. And I'm going to go nice and thick with mine. I want mine in there. I want it layered. I want this sumbitch to be bleeding mayonnaise when I'm done. Top of that mayonnaise, I'm going to do a dash of pepper. And I'm going to throw some bacon on there. Nice and thick. Now, I'm going to throw some mayonnaise on top of that. I ain't even being nice about it. I'm just goobing it on. I mean, we're just doing goobers here. Just like that. Gob that shit in place, man. Make sure that that mayonnaise is right there. And when you take a bite, you got it in your mouth. It's right the fuck there. It's like fucking vampires sucking the blood out of their victim. But now we're going to do a nice big thick chunk. Oh, I even got a piece of tomato in there. Like that. Oh, that's good. Now we're going to do another slice of tomato. First, I think we need one more big goober of our mayonnaise. Just about, yeah, like that. Like big old goober in there. No reason to be polite. Let's just get it on. Oh yeah. One more piece of tomato right on top. I'm gonna add just a touch more pepper to the top of that. Now, one thing I did not do to Pam's that I am going to do to mine. I actually am using the bacon that we cooked in the first place. That was done with the syrup and the cinnamon and all that. Really is good. I recommend it. But with my sandwich, I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon to the top of my tomato. That's perfect. Look at that. That's pretty. Nice little shimmer in there. You guys can see that? Nice little shimmer. That's pretty. And add just a little more lettuce to the top. And that's my sandwich. Let's say we try to open another one of these jalapenos and see what that looks like, huh? Hopefully this one isn't like trying to get into Fort Knox. But apparently I do a really good job when I wrap it. Makes you wonder how I became a fool. Anyway. Oh. See, now I would recommend, if you guys try this at home, to avoid it sticking to your tin foil, wrap it first in wax paper and then wrap it in the tin foil.
No, just spray it with the vegetable oil.
That would work too. Let's try one.
Hi.
They're pretty good. They're not. Oh, they're not that bad. Shit. Kind of a wow. Holy shit. Hold on.
So hot.
Hold on just a second, guys. They're really, really hot, but they've got like a sweetness to them. There's a sweetness behind them, and the initial kick, you really don't taste it. It takes a second. Like when I first tasted it, I could taste the sweet, and I was digging it. I'm like, all of a sudden, my whole fucking face swelled up. I felt like fucking Pinocchio just lit a fucking fire, man. I'm like, ah!
Very funny.
But no, they're not too bad. They're not too bad. I think next time we make them, though, we're gonna, like Pam suggested, we might just spray them with some of our canned Pam and spray that across them. That way, maybe the cheese doesn't stick to our tinfoil as bad. So if you guys are trying this at home, I would suggest that. Holy shit. And you can really stuff them with anything you like. I did it this way because I wanted something that, like, people just... I was going for more of a breakfast feel with our meal this evening. That's why I you know, even my BLT and the way we cook the bacon, I wanted to make it more of a breakfast feel. I wanted to give it that morning, that early time, having coffee, having a cigarette, and just making breakfast and enjoying time with your family. This is that time. Just put the jazz on, relax, and just take a minute and be like, you know, life ain't perfect, but this is pretty fucking close. And no matter how bad it is, you can just take that couple minutes in the morning and and just be grateful for what you've got. You know, it's a cool feeling. In fact, when I do some of my shorts that you guys kind of have seen come up, that's a lot of that. Because I'm just sitting here, I'm watching YouTube or I'm watching something, and you see the shit come across. And me, I never was good at being silent. I'm one of those, I've got an opinion, and you're gonna know it because I have to know yours. If that, makes sense. So, here in the Café Noir, we will get political, we will get fantastical. That's not a word, but it's gonna work for now. And I hope that you guys enjoy the entertainment and just the whole realm of the fun and just stepping outside. Because even when we're getting political, even when I might be half serious, it's just meant in fun, poking around, just my way of saying, hey, look, I don't care if people don't like me, I'm having fun. Check this out. And I hope that you guys have fun with me and laugh alongside me. Because, let's be honest, Donald Trump's a fucking trip. And whether you support him or you don't support him, the next 4 years are going to be a lot of fucking fun. Saturday Night Live is definitely going to have plenty to work on. I personally think we're going to be better off. But I promise you the liberals will give us quite a bit to laugh at. And I'm definitely one that's gonna pull up the popcorn, sit here, make a chow, and laugh alongside you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy the ride. And let's be honest, Hollywood, they're crumbling. Everybody knows the disaster that was Star Wars. Everybody knows the disaster that used to be Star Trek. I mean, so, we'll be reviewing some of the new shit coming in. Having some fun with that. And you know what? Sometimes we might just sit here and jam out, chill, and just talk about nothing that means nothing. Just for the shits and giggles of hanging out. Anyway, I appreciate you all hanging out with us this evening. I hope you've enjoyed our official kitchen, Café Noir. Still used to saying Killer Kitchen. I'm gonna have to get used to not saying that no more. Oh, you can tell. We've done some remodeling. Fire? Well, turns out fire just doesn't burn the pits of hell. We'll see you next time here in the Café Noir.
Heath introduces a new soft and crunchy candy bar.
It's soft.
It's crunchy.
Toffee tidbits covered with real milk chocolate. It's Heath's new soft and crunchy.
For a midday snack, you can't beat a Heath.
Heath's new soft and crunchy.
You can't beat a Heath.
I love the great taste of Heath, America's original toffee bar.
Rich English toffee covered with real milk chocolate.
For a quick pick-me-up, you can't beat a Heath.
America's original toffee bar.
You can't beat a Heath.
If you hate lines at the airport, skip them with advanced check-in from TWA.
Imagine just for a moment the future, a world where everything works.
Oh, please.
So perfect, even an inexpensive frozen entree could be prepared with astonishing skill.
How inexpensive?
Around $1.79. Introducing the Budget Gourmet, 12 expertly prepared new entrees. Sirloin tips with country vegetables, linguine with bay shrimp and clams marinara, and more. New Budget Gourmet.
I have tasted the future. It's around $1.79.
Do you know me? This may seem puzzling, but you know me by sight.
and by sound. You know my TVs, my stereos. But to be really wired in, I carry the American Express card. As a chairman of Sony, I expect great reception.
To apply for the card, look for an application and take one.
The American Express card, don't leave home without it.
Next on News Center 4 Update, the voyage of terror continues in the Mediterranean. While some passengers wait on shore, there are conflicting reports about the fate of those still on board. Also, here in the Bay Area, don't plan on heading to the Coliseum to watch the Giants next season.
East Bay police are looking for suspects in a string of drive-by shootings. Striking Oakland Symphony members make their music on the streets, plus Mayor Feinstein gets into the movie business. All the news straight ahead tonight on Update at 11.
What do you know about cranberries?
I like Ocean Spray's new taste.
What do you know about cran apples?
More fresh fruit flavor than ever.
Good for you, tastes so good too. Cran apple.
The unique cranberry has essential things your body needs. So does Cran Apple, the better-than-ever cranberry apple drink.
Better tasted fresh fruit flavor.
Ocean Spray now!
Now with fresh fruit flavor.
It's good for you, America. From Ocean Spray.
Hey, round table.
Uh-oh. The Lago Brothers.
You've been saying your pizza's better than ours.
At Round Table, we don't use canned pizza sauce. This arm is strong from mixing fresh sauce. At Round Table, we don't use frozen dough. And this hand is strong from kneading fresh dough. At Round Table Pizza, we don't use frozen cheese.
If he ate your lousy pizza, he'd have a strong stomach, too.
Round Table, one of the last honest pizzas. Adventures of Ron Greenspan, Volkswagen Subaru.
I can't afford a new car. Save me, Ron Greenspan.
With my low prices and great selection, I'll save you. Now, for a limited time, save more than ever during our spectacular end-of-the-year sale. All prices drastically cut, the lowest prices in our history. Ron Greenspan, Van Ness Avenue, San Francisco.